Ladies and gentlemen, what an insane night of professional wrestling, man. That's how you end a pay per view. What's up, everybody? It's Joseph Conlon here with Cameron Johnson tonight. We're talking about AEW All Out. It just got finished at 12 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 12:20 right now. It's a long night, man, but Cam, I really enjoyed the show tonight, man. Despite the 11 matches, I thought the pacing was much better than the Double or Nothing show back in May. But my man, how are you doing tonight? What'd you think of the show? Did you enjoy it?
What is going on, my good brother Joseph? I am doing good tonight, man. Overall, I thought All Out was overall. I thought this was a tremendous pay per view. All Out was. I was concerned going into it with the number of matches, but this thing was. But this show was about 4 hours, which isn't. But this show was about 4 hours. No, but this show was about 4 hours, which isn't bad. Started at 8, 12 o'clock. We were out of here. Started at 8, 12 o'clock. Show was over with, so it wasn't that bad. So it wasn't that bad in my opinion. Outside of really two finishes on the show that just had me shaking my head. Overall, I thought this was a great night of wrestling. I thought all the booking. Overall, I thought this was a great night of wrestling. I thought all the finishes on the show, for the most part, made sense. Man, let me tell you something. That ending, the ending to this pay per view. That is how you end a pay per view, man. My lord, that is how you end a pay per view and get people to tune in to dine and get people to tune into your weekly show and get people tuned into your weekly show. My lord, what a pay per view this was, man! Really, what a great weekend of wrestling this was, man. We had Clash at the Castle on Saturday. Despite the ending, man, despite the ending, that show was despite the ending, that show was a lot of fun. Worlds Collide was blah. Worlds Collide was blah, and I thought the show tonight was excellent. So overall, I thought this was a great night of wrestling.
Yeah, man. Well, people are going to be talking about that ending for days now, up until Wednesday. I am very, very excited for uh, for Wednesday's Dynamite. That's going to be taking place in Buffalo. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about tonight, so we're not going to waste any much time. Not going to even talk about the buy-in because it's not worth the time. But I hope you all enjoyed the pay-per-view tonight. Be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and all that. And be sure to subscribe for more content coming to the Big Fight Field channel very soon with AEW and football season here. Be sure to go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's start the review, man. We got 11 matches to talk about. Now, first off, I was watching the show in the beginning portions. I was watching the show on Watch Wrestling. If you guys know that website where you just watch wrestling shows on it, I was watching on Watch Wrestling. The stream was so terrible that I missed the entire first match. I saw the ending on Twitter on a highlight clip with everybody that's been recruiting Stokely Hathaway for months. Um, Lee Moriarty, the Gun Club, Ethan Page, and W. Morrissey were all there while Stokely Hathaway grabbed the poker chip, which was to ensure that you have the next shot for the AEW World Championship. And a guy, black jumpsuit with a mask, came out. He walked exactly like MJF. I'm like, I don't want to believe it's MJF because I don't want to get my hopes up. But he walked exactly like MJF, and and Stokely handed him the poker chip, and MJF won the casino ladder match without doing anything. I missed the entire match, but I saw the ending on Twitter. So I really can't give an opinion, but I do know this played a bigger role into later on in the night. But Cam, what do you think? What did you think about this opening match, man? Because you watched the match, so I want to get your thoughts on it.
I thought in terms of ladder matches, I thought it was okay. Nothing really spectacular about it. Nothing really bad, nothing really spectacular about it. I just thought it was okay. I thought I thought Dante Martin was the real star of this match here. Dante Martin was incredible in this match, man. Dante Martin was a highlight reel in this match. Andrade and Roosh, Andrade and Roosh worked real well together. Andrade and Roosh worked real well together in this match here. So I thought that was nice. But I thought the finish, although the finish made sense, and I don't have an issue with the finish. I'll be honest, man. I thought the finish of having Stokely and of having Stokely Hathaway come out in the mask, guys come out and just wreck everybody in the ladder match. I thought it kind of took away from the ladder match itself. To be quite honest, as you again, I don't have an issue with the finish because of what it. Because I don't have I don't have an issue with the finish because of what it led to. But overall, I just thought the finish. If I had to do it differently, I would have gone with a different finish because I just thought the finish itself kind of took away from what everybody in the ladder match did. It took away from the abuse that these guys took in the match. That would really be my only criticism about it.
Yeah, I didn't see the match, so I can't really give an opinion, but I will go back and watch it tomorrow for sure. But I mean, this did play a big role in later the night. So, but we did have the finals of the trios tournament, and I did watch this. It was Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks teaming up to face Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order. This match was fantastic. The crowd was totally into this. The crowd was pulling for Hangman Page and Dark Order to win this match. If this match taught you anything, folks, is that Dark Order, especially John Silver and Alex Reynolds, those guys are freaking good, man. And they should be given more opportunities for more championship gold on a big stage like they got tonight because those guys are really freaking good. This match was fantastic. Everybody was so excited. The crowd was on their feet. The freaking ending, man, was shocking. So we got Hangman and Omega face to face, and we got Hangman and Omega face to face, going at it. Silver tags himself in. He does get in trouble. Gets hit with the V trigger. Kenny Omega hits. He goes to attempt the one-winged angel on John Silver. John Silver reversed that into a roll-up, man. And I don't know about you, but I seriously thought John Silver had that match won.
They did too, man. They had me with that finish. I'm not gonna lie, they had me with that finish. I'm with the what's called when Kenny got I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but when Kenny got John Silver up for the one winged angel, I was about to go throw. I was about to go throw something. I was about to go throw something away. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Well, I guess this is the finish. But I stayed. I stayed in to watch this match before I threw it away, and I'm glad I did because man, that was a great near fall. They had me convinced. They had me convinced with that one. They had me convinced. I was like, they had me convinced with that one, and that was a great near fall. My God.
Dude, I legitimately thought that he had the match won. It was crazy. I was going nuts in the living room. But anyway, so what happened was Silver grabbed Kenny Omega, and Hangman went for buckshot lariat, and he hit John Silver, and Kenny Omega pinned John Silver because Hangman hit buckshot lariat on John Silver. It was foof. So Hangman cost us his own team, the trios tag team titles, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are your first ever trios tag title holders. I definitely saw this coming. Absolutely the right decision in my opinion, even though how much I love Hangman Page and Dark Order. But I mean, this was an emotional roller coaster of a match. Let's just like we expected. I thought it was fantastic. At this point, I thought it was match of the night. I wouldn't give this match my match of the night though. I'll talk about that later. But Cam, let's get your thoughts on it, man.
I thought this was an excellent. I thought this was an excellent match here. I'll be quite honest with you. I thought this is a nice. I thought this was an excellent match here. Really, this tournament as a whole has been great. My only knock or criticism with the tournament is that I just feel like they could have had a lot bigger names and more teams in this tournament. Like instead of doing an 8-man tournament, I think they could have done like a 16. I think they could have done like a 16-team tournament. That's really my only criticism with this tournament here. But the tournament itself was great. But the tournament itself was great. Every match, but the tournament itself was great. Every match delivered, or even over delivered. And in terms of we all knew this was the story that was heading with the Dark Order. Hangman Page teaming up with him. In terms of the match, and in terms of the Bucks and Omega being the first to win the AEW Tech, being the first to win the AEW Trios titles, I think this was the right decision because Tony Khan has basically been giving the finish away for months. If you listen to him, how Tony Khan has said, we'll get Trios titles when we get Kenny Omega back. That should have been a dead giveaway as to who was winning this match right here. But overall, I thought this was a hell of a match. I thought this was an excellent match here. And the Elite being the first tag team champions was the right decision in my book.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this was the right decision to give the Elite the Trios tag team titles, and I have no problem with it. Jade Cargill defended the TBS Championship against Athena. Folks, if you walked away for a second, if you got some dessert while you watched this long show, you missed the match. This match went like 4 minutes, and Jade Cargill retained the TBS Championship. I have no idea where she goes from here and that title. I don't know. This was supposed to be Chris Statlander's night, but she's injured. So, what are your thoughts, Cam?
I thought this match sucked. I'm being honest with you. I thought this match sucked. I thought the near fall at the beginning though was great with Athena hitting the Eclipse. I know. I don't know what what her new finish is called. I think it's called the O Face. I like the Eclipse better as a name, so I'm continue to call it the Eclipse. I thought when Athena hit the Eclipse on Jade Cargill, I thought that was it. I thought that was a great finish. But other than that, this match is just Jade Cargill. This match is just And I know what people might not like what I'm about to say here, but fuck it. Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is mid. I'm sorry. The woman is mid. First off, the one that comes off is an absolute superstar. There's no denying that. But I'm sorry. If you are one of those people that claim, I'm sorry, if you are one of those people that claim, being a great character is not it. Being a great character is just not passable anymore in 2020. In 2022, if you can't wrestle, then you shouldn't be on the show. And you still and you still campaign for Jade Cargill and you still campaign for Jade Cargill, then in my opinion, you're a hypocrite. Because Jade Cargill has been employed for 2 years, and I understand that part of her gimmick is that she mows down people. But I'm sorry, she can do that shit on Dynamite, but on pay-per-view, man, I need a Jade Cargill match to go longer than 5 minutes. This match didn't even reach 5. This match felt like it was 2 minutes, and this match wasn't very good. I would have had Athena win the championship here because I don't know where you go here with Jade Cargill. I would love to see Hikaru Shida be built up and see Hikaru Shida take the TBS title from Jade Cargill. That's just me. But I don't know where you go with Jade Cargill from here. I think Athena should have won.
I don't know where she's gonna go from here either. She's pretty much beaten everybody in the division. Toni Storm would have been another nice challenger, but she's now the interim women's world champion. You could do Hikaru Shida. You could do Ruby Soho again. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that match, man, the pre-show. I don't know if you saw it, but I hope Ruby Soho's okay. There was a what?
I do too. If they do Ruby Soho, If Ruby Soho is the one to beat Jade Cargill, I think that would be great because Ruby Soho needs something. She needs something. That woman has done nothing. That woman has done nothing in AEW so far. She needs something. So if I want to build her up and have her take CBS title from Jade Cargill, I wouldn't mind that at all because Ruby Soho needs something.
Did you watch the pre-show match with Ty Conti and Sammy against Ruby Soho and Ortiz?
I didn't watch it, but I saw the clip of Ruby
Dude,
Ruby getting dropped basically on her head, and that looked nasty.
dude, she got dropped on her neck, and then she broke. Apparently, I don't know if it's true, but the rumor is when Ty Conti hit the Ty KO, um, she broke her nose. That's the rumor. So she got dropped on her neck and she broke her nose. But dude, I cringed so hard at that, man, because freaking Sammy Guevara carelessly just dropped Ruby Soho on her neck, and I hope she's okay. I really do. That was super scary, and that was so careless on Sammy's part, and he's got to do much better than that. So, but we are going to move on here. We have FTR and Wardlow against Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. This match was fun. This match was designed to be very fun. A lot of close near falls. Uh, the heels were working over Cash Wheeler's left knee. Um, Dax had some nice strikes with Chris Sabin. Warlow over as hell got the win over Jay Lethal. I don't know, man. If Tony Khan can get the Motor City Machine Guns for at least one more show, I'd be doing Motor City Machine Guns against FTR for the ROH tag titles at Grand Slam. We need to see that tag team match go down, man. But overall, I did think this was a fun six-man tag. That's what it was designed for, and the crowd really liked it a lot. So I enjoyed it. It was very fun. Cam, what did you think?
I agree, man. I agree, man. I thought this was a fun six-woman tag. I thought that's six-woman tag. Excuse me. I thought this was a fun six-man tag. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But I agree. I thought this was a fun six-man tag here. Jay Lethal being the one to eat the pin shocked me because I thought for sure the Motor City Machine Guns were eating the pin. Were eating the pin. So that part did shock me. Samoa Joe coming out at the end, I didn't mind it. Samoa Joe coming out at the end, I didn't mind it. And Dax Harwood's daughter, Dax Harwood's daughter getting a nice moment on pay-per-view. I thought this was nice. Overall, I thought this was nice. I thought this was good, and I thought it was a nice moment.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the shorter matches of the night, Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I would have liked to see these guys go more than 5 minutes. Powerhouse Hobbs did win this match. I was really happy about that. He was absolutely the right guy to win this match. Ricky Starks is really over. Ricky Starks is great. His time. He's going to get that big push in AEW. Apparently, there's rumors that I did read before the show that Tony Khan is set to give Powerhouse Hobbs a huge push. I don't know what that means or how that indicates for Hobbs, but I will say I'm very happy that he beat Ricky Starks, and I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but I think if they lined up Hobbs to take the TNT title off of Wardlow, I'd be okay with that. I think that would make a lot of sense, and that would make another new monster in AEW with Powerhouse Hobbs. He beats Ricky Starks with a spine buster out of nowhere. The match went 8 minutes. I'd like to see these guys go at it at least one more time. So, yeah. What'd you think, man?
I'm in agreement with you, man. I thought, the fact that it went 5 minutes shocked me. The fact that the match was so short. But I'm in agreement with you, man. Powerhouse Hobbs needed this win tonight, man. Powerhouse Hobbs loses all the time. That man loses all the time, it feels like. So him getting the now that man loses all the time, it feels like. So him getting the win here was him getting the win here was absolutely the right decision here. Powerhouse Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, there's more mileage, in my opinion, that you can get out of Powerhouse Hobbs being a dominant monster. There's more mileage you can get out of him. There's more mileage you can get out of him with that role. I do think he should be the one to beat Wardlow for the TNT title. I would like to see that match built up. Maybe at full, maybe you do something with the two of them at full gear. And I think you can ultimately tell the story of Ricky Starks being the one to dethrone. And I think you could tell the story of Ricky Starks being the one to dethrone, Powerhouse Hobbs, for the TNT title, kind of bring it back around. But I'm in agreement with you, dude. I'm in agreement with you, dude. This was a much needed win for Powerhouse Hobbs, and there's more mileage you can get out of Hobbs. Ricky Starks is going to be okay. But Powerhouse Hobbs needed this win badly. So, yeah, him winning was the right call here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, Ricky Starks, he's going to be okay with this loss. He's super over. And Powerhouse Hobbs really, really didn't need this win tonight for sure. Oh, okay. I forgot what match was next, but I'm kind of glad. We had the match of the night. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed, against Swerve and Outglory, Keith Lee and Swerve. This was the match of the night. This was unbelievable. This was by far the Acclaim's best match ever in AEW. Folks, I cannot go over this match move for move. I'm sorry. There's just a lot. But there is about 4 different occasions where the Acclaimed were this freaking close to winning the tag team titles. They lost. If I was Tony Khan and I saw the way that these guys were getting cheered, they were telling daddy ass Billy Gunn to F up Keith Lee. The way that Keith Lee and Swerve were getting booed, the way the crowd were making their own chants about scissors, just the way this crowd was reacting and how bad they wanted the Acclaim to win the tag team titles, I would have called it an audible. I would have absolutely called it an audible, and I'm like, yo, let's get these titles on the Acclaimed. We'll worry about it down the line if we want to get the tag team titles back on Swerve and Keith Lee. But we cannot leave these people pissed off with the Acclaimed not winning the tag team titles. Number one, the Acclaimed lost, and people were absolutely furious. I didn't read it online because I was watching the show on my phone. Cam, I don't know if you saw if people were furious, but this crowd was furious to the fact where at the end of the match, Keith Lee offered Billy Gunn to scissor for the scissors, and the crowd was telling him no. Billy Gunn went to do it, and he got booed. They booed Billy Gunn for going to scissor Keith Lee, man. This crowd was pro the Acclaimed. They wanted nothing to do with Swerve and Outglory, and these guys are so damn over. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I've seen a tag team in the last 3 years that a crowd has wanted to get behind and get over and see them be champions so bad like they did tonight with the Acclaimed. This crowd was ready to explode if they won the tag team titles, man. Oh my goodness. But this was, at the end of the night, this was match of the night for me. I love this match despite the result. And if this match proved anything, man, is the Acclaimed absolutely are going to be the tag team champions. I would be shocked if they're not the next tag champions in the next year. Maybe they're the team to take the titles off of Swerve and Keith Lee. I don't know, man. Maybe you want to do this again and give the people what they want this time actually, or you could do it next year. I have no idea, but man, these guys have earned their right to be a top tag team in AEW and have earned the privilege of being the tag team champions. It sucks they didn't win tonight, though. It really sucks, man. What did you think?
Man, my God, man, this is a match of the night. And I'm glad to say that I was proved wrong here because, as you know, Joseph, because as you probably know, Joseph, I was very, very vocal in the fact that I thought them doing the Acclaim against Swerve and Our Glory on this show was a terrible idea because I was in the camp of that the Acclaim should not be losing. And that because I was in the camp of I don't think the Acclaim should be losing, and at the same time I think it's too soon to take the championships off Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. So me personally, I would not have booked this match. I said that going into this match, but man, they proved me wrong, man. Because my God, this was a hell of a match, man. Shout out to Keith Lee and Swerve who. That they played with the crowd, they played with the crowd reaction, man. The Acclaimed were so over that day. The Acclaimed were so over in this match that Keith Lee and Swerve had to work heel. That Keith Lee and Swerve had to work heel in this match, man. And this was just an incredible match. My God. There are about 3 moments in this match here. I thought the Acclaimed were going to win the tag team titles. So that was an absolutely great finish. So the near falls were great. Uh, I just didn't feel like it was the Acclaim's time yet to win the tag team titles.
I
You're gonna.
and
If you, I understand where you're coming from with people. I understand where you're coming from with people are like, where people are like at that moment they should have called it audible because the crowd would have went ballistic for it. But that I agree with. But man, I just didn't think this is the time for it with the build up that this match had because this match came together out of nowhere. There was like no real build up to it, and it's like you only get like one tag team title. It's like you only get like one first tag team title win, and it's like to me, man, me personally, I would. If I'm putting the championships on the Acclaim, I'm building them up for it. Like I am making it so. I am making it so obvious. We putting the tag team titles on the Acclaim. I would have built them up and built them up for it, man. Tonight wasn't the time, but I can tell you what though, they can definitely run this match back in 2 weeks at Grand Slam, or run it back at Full Gear. Do 3 matches with them. Do the first match at Grand Slam at Swerve and Our Glory win again, and then do the third match at Full Gear with the Acclaimed winning. Have the story be that the Acclaimed are so obsessed with wanting to beat Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, something like that. But like you can form like a story out of this, like extended, and like extended to like a couple pay-per-views, or definitely get you some more mileage out of this, man. But I understand where everybody's coming from, but like me personally, if I'm putting the championships on the Acclaim with how over they've been as of late, I'm building these guys up where like I'm making it so obvious. Hey man, I'm making it so obvious. Like, hey man, we putting the titles on the Acclaim, bro. They the next tag team champions. I just want to announce a random match and then just give them the tag titles. You know what I mean? Because like this match just felt like this match just felt so thrown together.
I understand where you're coming from with that, where you say the match is thrown together, because it was, and I had no doubts that this was not the Acclaim's time, and I thought it wasn't their time. But man, after tonight, and by the way, if people really think that Max Caster and Anthony Bowens aren't great wrestlers after tonight, man, I'm sorry. You're just so delusional, man. This was by far their best match in AEW. But all I'm going to say is this. They could tell a great story and all that, they can lead it up to a huge moment where they win the tag titles. If they are not the AEW tag team champions by the next year, between now and next All Out, if they have not been the tag team champions in AEW, dude, something is wrong. Something is wrong if that doesn't happen, dude.
We got
Yeah.
we gotta have it.
Do you
We
have?
got us and Tony, bro. Tony Khan got it. He got to come out and explain why they ain't put the tag team titles on them if they ain't the tag team champions by next year, bro. Tony Khan gonna have to come out. Like we gonna have to sit Tony Khan down, bro, and go, Tony man. They go, Tony man. They go, Tony man. We love you, but what the hell are you doing, man? We gonna have to have a long chat if he don't win the tag team titles, or if they don't win the tag team titles by next year. He gonna need to be sat down.
Yeah, exactly. If they're not the tag team champions by now until next, from a time span of now and next All Out, something's wrong. Something is seriously wrong. Um, man, I understand though. I guess I understand. We'll see what happens. So, um, I'm reading Twitter right now. Apparently, CM Punk is going off on the medium scroll on the AEW. I don't know what it's about, but I'm definitely gonna watch it when I get off when we're done with the review here tonight. But we got the women's fatal four-way, and I felt bad for these four women, man, because the match was very good. Dude, this match was very good, and I enjoyed it. This crowd could not give a shit though, because we just saw the Acclaim versus Swerve and Our Glory, and they were going bananas for that match. That they were tired during this match. That's exactly what it felt like. But coming out of it, we have a story of confliction between Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, because Jamie Hayter was about to win the women's championship, dude, until Britt Baker last second pulled the referee's foot out of the ring, pulled the referee out of the ring. Jamie Hayter was pissed off. Britt Baker she capitalized on it and hit the super kick on Tony Storm. Was gonna hit a lot. Oh no, Tony Storm hit Storm Zero on Jamie Hayter, but Jamie kicked out, and Britt was going to put the lockjaw on Jamie Hayter, which got reversed, and Tony hit another Storm Zero on Jamie Hayter, and Tony Storm is the new interim women's champion, which I'm happy about. Good for Tony Storm. That is the right call. But man, we got a bigger situation here, man. I think with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. Jamie Hayter's over. She got a little bit over tonight. Crowd chanting her name. They're pulling for Jamie Hayter, and it seems like we could be seeing that split, that tension starting to expand between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, which is about time, because I would like to see Jamie Hayter away from Britt Baker. And if I'm being honest with you, man, I'm kind of getting tired of Britt Baker and her shit.
I agree, man. But this match itself was. I thought this was a really good match, man. And bro, they deserve a lot of credit for that Britt Baker near fall spot, bro. Where Tony Storm with Storm Zero on Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker snuck into the ring for the pinfall. I was convinced that was it, bro. I was convinced that was it, bro. This TV in here would have been. This TV here would have been shattered, bro, if that happens. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the fuck? But, man, man, Jamie Hayter kicking out, that was a great near fall. That was a great near fall. And Tony Storm winning was the right choice. I wouldn't have mind seeing Hikaru Shida winning, but I wouldn't have mind seeing Shida win again. But, Tony Storm winning here was the right choice. That was the right choice. The feud with, that was the right choice. The issue now with the issue now with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, they can grow. That issue can grow now. I thought this was a very good match by these women here. So a very good match.
Yeah. I guess we'll get Tony Storm defending the title for a few weeks now. I don't know how long Thunder Rosa's injury's out for, but it makes a good storyline with two friends unifying the title and going from there. So Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa seems to be a future match in the future cards for AEW. We had Christian Cage against Jungle Boy. So I was okay with this. At first, I was like, huh? But I think giving it a second thought, I'm like, this is good because it's going to make the story even better, and it's going to expand the feud because these two are absolutely going to have another match, maybe at Grand Slam, and I can see this ending all at Full Gear. But the way this went down is Christian's making his entrance. He sees Jungle Boy's mom and Jungle Boy's sister. They're at ringside to watch this match and support Jungle Boy. Christian's mom slaps Christian Cage. So the crowd went crazy for that. Jungle Boy came out. He went back to the babyface tunnel. I don't know what he was looking for, but he turns around and Luchasaurus turns on Jungle Boy. He grabbed his head as hard as possible, and he delivered him a chokeslam onto that steel on the entrance ramp where it like connects, I think. He chokeslams Jungle Boy right onto the steel, and you can see how red Jungle Boy's back is when he gets up, and then Christian directing traffic to Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus chokeslams Jungle Boy through a table, the ringside table on the outside. Jungle Boy's trying to stand up. Can you go? Can you go? Jungle Boy says, yeah, he can go. Christian hits a spear. Jungle Boy kicks out. Jungle Boy hits the kill switch, and Christian pins Jungle Boy in a match that lasted nearly 60 seconds. Luchasaurus and Christian Cage hug. Christian tells Luchasaurus that he loves him. So Christian Cage, it seems to be all swerve. And Luchasaurus is back on Christian's side. He's back on the dark side with Christian Cage against his former tag team partner, Jungle Boy, which is honestly the best case scenario, I think. I think before Jungle Boy came back, that Luchasaurus was doing some really good things with Christian Cage as a heel monster. And now he's on Christian's side again. Christian's got his bodyguard. And it's going to make for a better story, in my opinion. I do think we'll get a trilogy of 3 matches. Christian won the first match tonight. Obviously, a lot of help came from Luchasaurus. I think we will get another match between these two guys at Grand Slam. And then at the pay-per-view, all at Full Gear, November 19th. I do think that we'll get the final match between Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. And I do see a stipulation, whether that would be a lights out match or whatever. I think a lights out match would be perfect for a feud like this. But I'm happy with this result. It carries, it continues the feud, and it's going to bring in a bigger story now that Luchasaurus turned on his tag team partner and apparently his lifelong friend. So, good stuff. Good stuff overall. What do you think, Mr. Johnson?
I thought this was great, to be quite honest with you. I thought this was great here. And them doing a second match with these guys, I would love it. I would love to see, them continuing this feud. I would love it. I wouldn't mind seeing it at all. My only thing is, if they do a lights out match with these two, That match has to be on television. They cannot put that match on pay-per-view. The only reason I'm saying that is because the lights out. The only reason I'm saying that is because if you're doing a lights out match, it only makes sense for it to be the main event. No disrespect to Jungle Boy. The Jungle Boy ain't there yet. And Jungle Boy is not there yet to where he can main event a pay-per-view. Not yet. Not yet. He gonna get there. Jungle Boy is gonna be main eventing many AEW pay-per-views one day, I'm sure. But he not there yet. So if they do lights out, they got to do the match on television because lights out should be in the main event. And Christian Cage and Jungle Boy is not a pay-per-view main event to me. No disrespect to him. No disrespect to him. I just don't think it is. So if they do the match, it's got to be on television.
I'm just trying to see what kind of matches could fit this Jungle Boy Christian. Maybe a steel cage. I don't know, to keep Luchasaurus outside of the cage. I'm not sure, but where do you think this feud's going, man?
I think we're getting the lights out stipulation with this. Probably 3 weeks, and Arthur Ashe seems too soon. I would say do lights out at Grand Slam. Well, Grand Slam is 3 weeks away, so I think that's too soon. I think that's too soon. I think they do a third match at Arthur Ashe Stadium. I could see a scenario, and I could see a scenario where they do a third match at Arthur Ashe. Let's say Christian and Luchasaurus. Let's say Christian and Luchasaurus take out Jungle Boy in that match permanently. Jungle Boy in that match permanently. Jungle Boy goes out. Jungle Boy goes out again. I know you have Jungle Boy goes out again. You have Christian and Luchasaurus on television. Yeah, Christian is like, I'm done with Jungle Boy. It's like, yeah, Christian is like, I'm done with Jungle Boy. I've moved. I'm done with Jungle Boy. I have moved on from wrestling Jungle Boy. I'm done with Jungle. I've moved on from wrestling Jungle Boy. I'm done with Jungle Boy. I have bigger fish to fry. Then let's say Jungle Boy comes back, and on the final Dynamite of the year, if they can stretch it out that long, you do the lights out match on the Winners Coming edition of Dynamite, or like a big or like a big big edition of Dynamite will be my guess. But I would not put this. But if they put this match on Full Gear, it can't be lights out. It's got to be No Holds Barred or something. Because if it's lights out, it's got to be the main event.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes. I'm definitely excited now. Now that Luchasaurus is back on the dark side, I think it's it's only gonna tell a better story, in my opinion. So, but we had Bryan Danielson against Chris Jericho after this. I was really looking forward to this match. I thought this match was great, man. I really did enjoy this match. The crowd did too. I thought this match was great. I don't think it's officially over yet with the ending and how things turned out. But Jericho did kick out of Bryan's Psycho knee. Bryan got out of the walls of Jericho. The match end came where Jericho was accidentally almost shoved into Aubrey. Aubrey didn't see Jericho give Bryan Danielson the low blow. Jericho hit a Judas effect on Bryan Danielson, and shockingly, man, Chris Jericho beat Bryan Danielson. I totally expected Bryan to win the match tonight and with Daniel Garcia's help, but I can totally see something else happening. With what's going to happen Wednesday night on Dynamite. So the ending, Jericho wins. They show Daniel Garcia upset that Chris Jericho won this match. And everybody from the Jericho Appreciation Society came out to celebrate with him, except Daniel Garcia. Jericho confronted Garcia backstage, and Garcia's like, look, man, I'm happy you won. Of course I'm happy that you won, but I told you that you didn't have to cheat to win because you're the Lionheart, and you went out there and you cheated to win, and that hurt me. And Jericho said, Well, it hurt me when you pushed me down 2 weeks ago. And he said, you got the biggest match of your career in your hometown of Buffalo against Wheeler Yuta. And I know you're going to beat Wheeler Yuta, but you're going to do it on your own because you weren't out there for me tonight, so I won't be out there for you on Wednesday. And he's going to do it. And he said, you're going to go in this match by yourself. So what I think is going to happen is Garcia is going to win on Wednesday in his hometown. No way he's losing to Wheeler Yuta for that pure title. Garcia is going to win, and then that is going to be the night when Garcia leaves the Jericho Appreciation Society, when he realizes, if I won this match on my own, if I won this title in my hometown on my own, I don't need I don't need Chris Jericho anymore. I got Bryan Danielson. That's what I think is going to happen. So, but overall, I thought the match was great, and I really enjoyed it. What'd you think, Cam?
I thought the match itself was great too. This is the best I've seen Jericho looking at AEW for a while. 'Cause I made no bones about the fact that Chris Jericho on AEW television, because I made no bones about the fact that, look, Chris Jericho is a legend. The man is a bona fide Hall of Famer. But him on AEW television does up. But I made no bones about the fact that him on AEW television does absolutely nothing for me. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel. But this match here was great. I thought this was a. But this match here was great. I thought this was a great match here. But this match here was great. I thought this was a great match here with these guys. The best Jericho match I've seen in a long, long time. And I think Daniel Garcia better watch his back on either two things are going to happen. Either Daniel Garcia better watch his back on Wednesday, and they're going to kick him out the Jericho Appreciation Society. They're going to kick him out the Jericho Appreciation Society. Or this entire thing is a ruse by Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia. And somebody's going to come out and cost Wheeler Yuta the pure title. That's what I'm going with here.
So you said someone's going to come out and cost him against Wheeler Yuta?
Either that or Daniel Garcia is getting booted out the Jericho Appreciation Society.
See what happens, man. See what happens. I'm really looking forward to that match on Wednesday night. Daniel Garcia is going to be the big. Tell Yuta better be prepared to be booed, man. Just like Swerving Out Glory tonight. Wheeler Yuta better be prepared because he's going to get booed. So we had 6-man tag with House of Black against Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting. Just with the placement of this match, it's hard to care about. The match was fine for what it was. It does seem like that the rumors are true, and Malachi Black is either going to be taking some time off to focus on himself, or he's actually going to be released by AEW and take a break from wrestling. There's been a lot of rumors around Malachi recently saying that he's wanting to take time off to focus on his mental health and the fact that he's not happy with the way his character's going and all that. And he lost in the trios tournament to the Dark Order. He took the pin, and he took the pin tonight against Darby Allin, man. And apparently, someone, I read it on social media, someone who was at the show posted a video of Malachi bowing to the crowd and blowing the kiss when he walked back up the entrance ramp. I don't know what's going to happen with him or the House of Black. I'm only hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best for Malachi Black, and that's basically the only thing we can offer him is wishing him the absolute best and hoping that he's okay. But for that reason, I totally expected that the baby faces would win this match tonight. And it doesn't shock me that Miro, Darby, and Sting won. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen next with this feud because of everything that's going on with Malachi Black. Do you have any thoughts on this?
On what, the match or Malachi Black taking time off?
Both.
Uh, First off, I thought the match itself was fine, but the ending infuriated me. The ending pissed me off so much, and I was sitting there ranting and raving on Twitter. But as I talked to some as I talked to some friends, and as I calmed down here, if Malachi Black is leaving, if those reports are true, and it certainly looks like he is taking a break, then the finish made sense. I don't think Malachi Black should have ate the pinfall here. I don't think Malachi Black should have ate the pinfall here. But the finish made sense if Malachi really is taking a break from wrestling and taking a break in general. If he's not taking a break though, and he's back on Dynamite in a few weeks, then if he's not taking a break though, and he's back on Dynamite in a few weeks, then I thought this ending was stupid. House of Black, and I thought this ending was stupid. House of Black, you know, people are not going to want to talk about it, but the House of Black are quickly turning into the New Wyatt family. You know, they say a bunch of spooky, shit. They say a bunch of spooky shit, but when time comes, they always lose. And I excuse the Dark Order winning on Rampage a couple weeks ago. I excused it because we all knew that the match was going to be Malik, because we all knew it was going to lead to a 6-man tag at All Out. We all knew this, so I excused that. But this here, I'm not going to excuse if Malachi Black is not taking time off and he's back on television in a few weeks. I am going to absolutely cream AEW over this finish. I'm going to rake them over the fucking coals over this finish. But if the rumor is true, Malachi Black is taking some time off, then this finish made sense. I don't think Malachi should have eaten the pin here. You can have Buddy Matthews eat the pin, but if the rumors are true, then the finish made sense.
Yeah, and what you said, if Malachi's not taking off and he's going to be back on Dynamite or AEW TV in a couple weeks, then this was incredibly stupid. And Malachi is basically, I hate to say because he's such a great talent, man, but Malachi Black's AEW's version of Bray Wyatt, where he's got all this big game talk and all this, the trash talk leading up to the big match, and then he loses. It's it's a shame, but I just hope everything's all right with him. And if the rumors are true, I wish him nothing but the best. So, the main event, we've made it this far. CM Punk in his hometown of Chicago against Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Loved the match. I thought this match was awesome. Folks, I'm going to be petty here for a second, but they did it right. AEW did it right where Triple H didn't do it right yesterday, where the hometown guy won the world title in the main event. A little off topic. I was very, very pissed off that Drew McIntyre did not win yesterday in Cardiff. But it's all right. Tony Khan got it right. CM Punk won the world title in Chicago. That was the only option here. Jon Moxley is one of the top guys in the company. He's going to be okay, folks. Even if he was only officially the world champion for 11 days, he's a top dog in that company. He's going to be okay. This match was awesome. Immediately, they felt like it was a rehash of the same match that they had in Cleveland, except Punk got the offense in, and Punk hit a GTS in the first 3 minutes of this match. And I don't know about you, man, but I thought CM Punk was going to win this match. I really thought CM Punk was going to win this match right there after the GTS. But Moxley barely kicked out. These guys were fighting in the crowd. The crowd was really, really into this match. Um, excuse me. They really enjoyed it. Uh, CM Punk hits not one, but he hits a second GTS after John Moxley falls on top of his shoulders, and CM Punk is crowned the new AEW World Champion, and we can finally get a real AEW World Title reign out of CM Punk with hopefully no foot injury and all that. But Cam, before we get to the finish of the pay-per-view, which the whole world of wrestling's talking about now, what'd you think of the main event?
I thought the main event itself was great. I thought it was one of the best. I thought this was one of the best AEW pay per view main events ever. I thought this was a great match here with Punk. I thought this was a great match here with CM Punk and John Moxley. I'm very surprised John Moxley did not bleed in this match. CM Punk who bled, not John Moxley. That shocked me because if you know John Moxley, the guy bleed. Because you know John Moxley, the wind blows in his face and he's bleed. The wind blows in Moxley's face and he's bleeding. So him not bleeding here shocked me. So him not bleeding here shocked me. But I thought this was a great match here. And as much as I did not want CM Punk to win the AEW title, just because I think John Moxley should be the champion, I think he earned that right. I think John Moxley is one of, if not the best wrestler in the world. If he's not number one, then he's number two. If Will Ospreay is number one, then if Will Ospreay is number one, then in my opinion, John Moxley is number two. That is how good he has been this year. But the finish made sense. And the finish for the finish made sense, and for the MJF story, which we'll talk about, the story works better if the championship is on Punk. So I didn't mind the outcome here.
Absolutely, man. Um, yeah, I think at the end of the year, when all's said and done, I do think most people are going to have John Moxley as their wrestler of the year. Some people are going to have, Seth Rollins, and some other people are going to have whoever. That's okay. I personally think John Moxley's absolutely killed it this year with the Blackpool Combat Club and being the world champion most of the summer, having great matches with Jericho and Roosh. I really do think Moxley's been the man in AEW this year, and he's proven it time and time again. But the ending, man, everybody is talking about the ending of tonight's pay-per-view, and everybody's going to be talking about the ending of tonight's pay-per-view all the way up until Dynamite on Wednesday, where hopefully everything's going to get explained. The lights went out, and we had a black and white screen, and Tony Khan was speaking, and I don't remember what he said, but all he said was, it says you don't have to have a contract extension, but I need you to show up at All Out, and I'm going to pay you. And they blurted out, and he said, this is the best deal that you can get, and you cannot pass up on this. You need to show up at All Out. And then they showed a clip of CM Punk in his ROH promo saying, the greatest gift that the devil ever told was telling the devil that he didn't exist. And then it went to a black screen. Someone walked in. The same person who won the ladder match earlier with the mask on turned around, took the mask off, and put on the MJF scarf. And man, I know the Now Arena is about a 10,000 seating capacity arena, but man, this was probably one of the loudest. I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. This had to be one of the loudest pops I think I've ever heard watching a wrestling show. I mean, obviously, I'm going to probably say the night CM Punk returned at the United Center That was the loudest pop I think I've ever heard. This is not louder, but this is definitely up there. MJF walked out, all black clothes, gloves, same outfit he had earlier tonight, and he signaled that he's coming for the World Championship. And he said, "I can assure you that I will be the next AEW World Champion." So maybe they're doing a storyline where MJF walks out of the company as the AEW World Champion. I don't know, man. But, folks, this is your Full Gear main event right here. MJF and CM Punk for the World Championship. And Cam, it was announced tonight. Full Gear is going to be November 19th, live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Man, this is your Full Gear main event. No questions. No questions, man. This is how you end a pay-per-view. What a freaking ending to a great night of wrestling. And to cap it off, the return of MJF, man. Unbelievable. I didn't want to believe anything until I saw him, because rumors were so quiet. No one was talking about him. And now he's back. He's back in AEW, and he's your next. There's no question. There's no doubt. He's your next world champion. So, what did you think about everything post match? The pop, MJF. The floor is yours, my friend.
Man, I thought this post match was tremendous, man. When the screen went black, I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh shit, the hell are they doing?" And then that voicemail played, and then they showed, and then that voicemail played, and then they showed the Punk promo from Ring of Honor, where he was like, "The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world where he was like, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist." And then when they showed MJF, when he took the mask off and it was MJF, I lost it. My God. This is how you end the pay-per-view right here, man. This is how you end the pay-per-view. And that is your Full Gear main event. CM Punk. And that is your Full Gear main event. CM Punk and John Mox. Or CM Punk and MJF, excuse me. That is your pay-per-view main event right there. Because, my God, what a match. I mean, my God, what a way to end the show.
It was incredible, man. I have no words. Now, all we gotta do is we gotta wait until Wednesday, and I guess he's associated with this new group with Stokely Hathaway, because Stokely, and I didn't know what the purpose of this was. Stokely Hathaway has been recruiting all these people for weeks, and I'm like, okay, like, what's the point of this? And this is confusing to me. And then he posted a picture of himself with MJF tonight, and I'm like, oh boy, you're gonna get Stokely Hathaway with MJF. This is all gonna hopefully be explained Wednesday night on Dynamite, and man, I just want it to be Wednesday already, man. I can't freaking wait to see MJF and get the explanation of what he's been doing for 3 months. You know, this is the first time we've seen MJF since he cut that famous pipe bomb promo on AEW and on Tony Khan. So it's going to be interesting, man. But I thank you all so much for joining us. Actually, Cam, do you have any last-minute thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah, man, no last-minute thoughts from me, man. Nah, man, I'm good.
All right. Well, we are going to get out of here tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight on the Big Fight Field channel. Be sure to subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the all-out pay-per-view tonight. Overall, I thought it was a great pay-per-view. Not the best AEW pay-per-view of the year. Biasy, I'm going to give it to Revolution. But I did think this was a great pay-per-view tonight. Be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, man. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok at Colin_Joseph. Cam, where can they follow you on social media, man?
Follow me on the Twitter sticks at Cam7111 and subscribe to the CNE podcast available on all platforms, man. We have Brother Monty on Saturday, man, talking. We have Brother Monty on Friday talking WWE Clash at the Castle, man. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe to the CNE podcast available on all platforms.
Folks, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Hope you all have a good night. Stay safe, and as always, stay classy. We out. Peace.